मुच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। I welcome you all to the 13th session of Kaivalya Upanishad, organized by Sri Swami Prempuri Maharaj Trust, Ashram Mumbai, under Sri Daya Smriti Gita Chintanmala. I appreciate the organizers, Trustee Sri Prakash Ji, and I appreciate the technical support from the manager, Sri Bhavesh Bhai Dubhe Ji, and I also want to appreciate Sri Girish Bhai Draswala Ji and everyone who is involved in this online transmission of my talks. So, we have been seeing and we have reached almost to the last few shlokas in Kaivalya Upanishad, and the last shloka we saw was, what is that? It was to say that Sarva Karanahinasya Sarvajnatam Swasya. So, Brahma is the Drika, the Chidmatra is Avayava Shunya we saw, it is Sarva Karana Shunya. It is a sphere, it is one who is doing the prakasha of everything without even having to have a mind or any other instrument. It's free of all instruments. It is free of all props. At the same time, it is Brahma Rupena. It knows everything. Brahma Bhinna Kuch Bhi Nahi. That kind of a Advitiya understanding, that kind of a Samabhava, Samabuddhi in terms of understanding Advitiya. It is the Swarupa of our, is the Swarupa of we being Sakshi also. So that Brahma Bhinna कुछ भी नहीं है, ब्रह्म भिन्न हमारा साक्षित्व भी नहीं है, हमारा साक्षित्व और ब्रह्म का कोई अंतर नहीं है। शुद्ध साक्षित्व, शुद्ध साक्षी is Drik Swarupa, it is Chinmatra, it is the Chidananda Rupam Brahma. So, this being the case, how is this subject matter, how is Brahma Vidya, how is the knowledge of Brahman is dealt with in our Shastras, and that is being told here in the next shloka, which is shloka number 25. Idanim Sarva Shastra Pratipadyasya Atmanah Sarvavikara Abhavam Darshayati. Sarva Shastra Pratipadyasya Atmanah Sarvavikara Abhavam Darshayati. So it is a Vikara Shunya that is being told in the next few slokas, in the next two slokas, especially in the one which is coming up, which is the 25th. It is Sarva Shastra Pratipadya Atma. Sarva Shastra Pratipadya. All Shastras. Entire Vedanta Shastra. Puranas. Brahma Sutra. Vyasa Rachita Brahma Sutra. They are all talking about the one Vastu, which is Atma, whose Swarupa is Brahma, Brahman. Atma, whose Swarupa is Brahman, that is what is the topic of, that is what is the crux of all the Shastras. Even if you take a Purana, it may look like it is talking about the stories of different devatas and all, but it is like a sugar coated, the stories are like the sugar coating over the medicine. औषधि का ऊपर गुड़ लगाना जैसा पूरा शास्त्र, even the Puranas are talking about that Paramatma Vastu. Alright? So, because when we deal with the topic in terms of the Purana stories, then for someone who has more rajas or more tamas, it quietens the mind, and at the same time it doesn't make him fall asleep, because Vedanta on its own, it is a little bit of a topic where you have to be very focused. So stories, the Puranas help us to in the focus, at the same time they deliver the message also. Even the Veda also, although it is having mostly Karmakanda, Veda's Shirobhaga is Vedanta, but even the Veda, which is the Veda, which is the mostly Karmakanda, and that Karmakanda also is for preparing our mind, getting the blessings of all the devatas, and preparing the mind, so the mind is ready for the Aikya Bodha, Mahavakya Bodha, the Mahavakyas coming in Vedanta work in our minds. So even if you take the story of Ramayana, where Ramji Bhagwan is presented, and along with Rama's story you have Lakshmana's story, Sita's story, the father of Rama's story, Dasarada's story, and grandfather's story. You'll have all stories, but the entire Ramayana is about Sri Ramchandra Bhagwan, right? Likewise, the entire Shastras, all of them, the Pratipadhya Vastu, the Vastu which is highlighted, which is described, which is narrated, explained this, I am Atma Brahma, the Brahma Tattvam, that is what it is there. So, and this being the case, this being the case, sometimes we are so engrossed. So this has to be the focus, and we are engrossed in Mithya Charcha, Mithya Vastu. People keep talking about the weather in the USA. Weather is a big topic in temperate climate, in cold countries. Whether which day is going to be some sun is a big topic. What is it going to do? How is it going to really affect? Whatever is the weather. Still they discuss, and no problem. I'm just telling you how, while the Veda Shastra, there is books and granthas talking about the reality, Adhisthana. We are more concerned about the Adhyastha, which is anyway changing, over which we don't have much of a control, like the weather, or some people keep diary, some people narrate their dreams. See, this is how we use the dream model here, but some people are for them the dream is so real, they wake up and they remember and they tell that, even they say that I saw that Devata, this Devata, I knew Swamiji, I knew you were coming, I saw in my dream. So all these things they do, but what is the Pratipadhya? What is the higher crux of Veda, entire Shastra? It is the Adhisthana, Ashraya, Brahma, which happens to be your Swarupa, right? So that is the topic here. Vedair anekaihi ahameva vedyah. Vedair anekaihi ahameva vedyah. Vedair anekaihi ahameva vedyah. And this Vedaihi Anekaihi Ahameva Vidyah, entire Vedas, nothing, there's no exception to it. Ahameva, my Swarupa, Adhik Swarupa, the Sakshi Swarupa, which happens to be Brahman. That is what is the topic of the entire Veda. Let me quickly do something here. Vedanta Krit Veda. Who is the Vedanta Krit? Vedanta Krit. Who is the Vedanta Krit? Vedanta Krit is Vyasji Bhagavan, right? He is the one who has given us the Vedanta in terms of the Uttara Mimamsha. Vedanta Krit, then he is not just the Vedanta Krit, he is also Vedavit. Vedanta Krit Veda Videva. Vedavit is also the Vedavit, right? Vedanta Krit and also Vedavit. But if you ask, it is also yourself, because the topic, without you, without your reality, without your Brahmatvam, without your self being of the nature of Dhrika, without you being that Vilakshana Swarupa, which is unlike anything else in this world, you being on one side and everything else being on the other side, without that you, this topic is not going to be there. There's not going to be any Veda, there's not going to be any Vedanta also. So that way you are the author. You are the author and you are the author of the Vedanta. You are the hero. Without the hero, it's all zero. So that kind of a you are, and you also are the knower of all the Vedas. Because how you are the Vedavita in terms of Dhrika. If we ask Vyasji Bhagavan, may I take your permission to say that the Veda which you categorized, and then the Vedanta, the Uttara Mimamsa which you gave, Vyasji Bhagavan, may I have your permission to say that it is your Sakshi. As Sakshi, your Antakarana was enlightened, was Sakshi, you were lending your chittas, lending your awareness, consciousness, which is pure, to all the vrittis in your Antakarana, and you were able to, and your Bhagavan himself, so you may not even have Antakarana, it is your Sakshi, Bhasya, the entire thing, and as Sakshi, may I say that Sakshi is also the Sakshi which is enlightening my Antakarana, which I can say, can we say, then Vedavyasa will very happily say, yes, that was the whole intent of all the things which I wrote, right? So that is that way you are the topic. Now let us look into the commentary of Sri Shankaranji. But before that, what is the translation? I alone am what is to be known through all the Vedas. I am the author of Vedanta as well as the knower of the Vedas. That is the I here. And Vedaihi Rigadibihi Anekaihi Bahubihi Ahameva Vyakyatam Ahameva. Bahubihi Ahameva Vyakyatam. Bahubihi means we know there are 4 Vedas: Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda. Rigvedas have a special Rig mantras, which is Rik, which can be sung, which is more having padyas, chandas and all that. Yajurvedas are more in the prose form, gadya, and Samaveda, Rik, when it is sung, it is Samaveda. So Samaveda might have the same Riks from the Rig Veda. So we know all these categories. And Atharvaveda is a very special section, has a very special topic of several kriyas and all that. Like it talks about different. It talks about different ceremonies and different karmas for certain phalas in terms of, some very special phalas like, magic and all that they say. So here we are saying that Rigvedadibhi Shakas, several branches, according to Muktika Upanishad, there are thousands of shakas, thousands of branches of each of these Vedas, or all the branches put together of all the Vedas. There are thousands of them. Ahameva, so Vedaihi, Anekaihi, Ahameva Vedya. I am the one who is worth knowing, who is the worthy one being dealt with in the entire Vedas. Vyakyatam. Aham is what? Aham is Dhrika, Swarupa, yourself being the Dhrika, the Prakasha, yourself being the Sakshi, in the sense your Sakshitva is free from even your Antakarana, and it is because of this Sakshitva is everything you are able to say, I know this, I know that, and all that. So that saying is in the based on the Antakarana, that you be able to say, but that saying is possible because of the seeing, which is because of the Sakshi, yourself being the Sakshi. So that is you, Vedyaha Pratipadyaha, Vedanta Sutra Krita, Vedanta Sutra Krita, Veda Vyasa Rupa, Vedanta Sutra Krita, we have to write, it is rightly attributed to our Sri Vedavyasa Maharaj, who has given us a sutra. What sutra? By what name? Brahma Sutra, which is the Uttar Mimamsha, which is one of the darshanas, one of the Shad darshanas. The darshana which we are interested in Vedanta studies, in Advaita Vedanta studies. So Sutra Krita Veda Vyasa Rupa Veda Vyasa Rupa Vedavita. He is a Vedavita. Veda Vyasa is adjective. Is Vedanta Krita, but the adjective for Vedanta Krita is Vedavita. Veda, the adjective. So that is also Sri Vyasa Bhagavan. So Vedanta Krita Vedavita Ahameva Chaham. Alright. So Vedanam Sanganam. So for Veda, I told Rig, Yajus, Sama, Atharva, or the 4 Vedas. Now Sangha, what all the Angas? So we are saying even the Angas of Veda, I as Brahma Swarupam, even the Angas of Vedas, I am the highlight, which means without me those Angas are also not there. What are all the Vedangas? Vedangas, there are 6 Vedangas: Siksha, Kalpa, Niruktam, Vyakaranam, Chandasam and Jyotisham. Siksha, that is like the breath of Ishvara. Bhagavan Ishvara gave all this, and Siksha is like the breath. Breath means breathing of Bhagavan. And well, let us see. Siksha, then Kalpa is like that. All the kriyas of Veda are there, are all the topic for the Kalpa Shastra, Kalpa Vedanga. Kalpa Nirukta is like the Vedic dictionary. They are like the ears of Veda. Kalpa is like the arms, and Nirukta is like the ear. Siksha, Kalpa, Nirukta, Jyotisha, astrology based on astronomy, or like the eyes. It is like the eyes of the Vedas. Vedanga, it is one of the Vedangas, which are like the eyes. Siksha, Kalpa, Nirukta, and what did we say? Astrology, which is Jyotisha. Then Vyakaranam, the grammar. Grammar is like the mouth of Vedas. Vyakaran, Chandas. Chandas is all the meters with which Rig Veda is sung, and the Chandas is like the as the pada, legs of the Vedas. So those Vedangas and then Upangas. What are the Upangas? Upangas are Dharma Shastra, Mimamsa, and Purana, Dharma Shastra, Mimamsa, Purana. What else? There's one more. Dharma Shastra, Mimamsa, Purana, and Tarka Shastra. So even Tarka Shastra is one of the Upaveda. So all these Upavedas are also included in this shloka. They're all included. Then including Sankhya Darshana is also included. So Sanganam, Sankhya, Vidyasthananam. The Vidyasthanas are all this in the list which I just made, which includes the 4 Vedas, 6 Vedangas, and 4 Upangas, which is 14 Vidyasthanas. Along with that, you can say the Sankhya also. So, all this, you are the highlight, your Swarupa is the highlight in all of that. They say, in Bhagavatam, the Bhagavad Purana, there's a shloka. It is not a part of the Bhagavad Purana shlokas. It is a separate shlokas which says in all the skandhas of Bhagavatam, which is like 12 skandhas, there are several adhyayas, and in all the adhyayas, which has several shlokas, in all the shlokas of all the adhyayas, so the subject matter of all the skandhas is the subject matter of all the adhyayas, is the subject matter of all the shlokas, is the subject matter of all the lines in the shlokas, which is the subject matter of all the words in the shlokas, which is the same subject matter of all the aksharas in the words. So I just aksharas are all the alphabets in the words. Naksharati. So akshara word is for who? Who can you say is akshara? Naksharati. One nachutah. One who doesn't fall, who doesn't subject to kshina, subject to disintegration, subject to deformation. Who is that? That is the changeless adhisthana, the changeless rajju, the rope, changeless rope is not subject to the harmfulness of the snake, or is not subject to the stink of the superimposition of the bull's urine on the top of it. Someone thinks it to be a fresh streak of urine from the bull. So it's nothing to do with that. So that way the akshara is Bhagavan Ishvara Narayana Swarupa, which is Brahma Swarupa, which happens to be yourself in reality. So the entire Bhagavatam is about akshara. Likewise, the entire Veda is about your true self, your honorific self, your highness. It is about thyself in reality. Okay? So, and Vedanta Sutra, Veta, then Vedavid, it's Saeva tu natu anyaha. Veta is Vedavid is Saeva, Brahma eva, natu anyaha. Cha shabdat aneka tapas sampannaschaham. The chakara in the shloka, which we saw, the 25th shloka, aneka tapah sampanna. It includes the sampanna, the one who has the sampatti of all the tapa is also yourself in reality. Brahma Swarupa, Aham Brahma Swarupa. So what is that we can say? Pratyaga Abhinna Brahma. Pratyaga Abhinna Brahma. That Brahma which is Abhinna, which does not exclude your inner self. Okay? Which is not different from your inner self. अनेक छह शब्दात अनेक व्याख्यातम अहम तो व्याख्यातम अनेक विभूति मत सत्व सत्वेषु सत्वेषु idameva pradhanam. This is the pradhana. What is the pradhana? What is the pradhana? What is the prominent in all this shastra? The prominence is given to Brahma Abhinna Atma Chaitanya. Brahma Abhinna Pratyag. Pratyagatma is not different from Brahma. Okay, that being the case, now we can quickly go to the next shloka. The next shloka is continuation of the same topic, which is to show, which is like, after being our Swarupa being the Pratipadya Vastu of the entire Shastra, it is Sarva Vikara Abhavam Darsheti. It is free from any Vikara. It is free from any modification. It is free from any alteration. It is free from growing and or disintegrating, that kind of any kind of vikara. Na punya pape mama nasti nashah na janma dehendriya buddhirasti na bhumirapo mama vanhirasti na cha nilo mesti na chambaram cha na punya papah. Punya Papa Sambandha is not with me. Let us see the translation quickly and then get into the meaning. I am not subject to the results of good and bad actions and suffer no destruction. I have no birth, no body, no senses or a mind, neither. For me there is neither earth nor water, nor fire, nor air, nor space. That is me in reality. So now let us see what we can say about the words in the shloka. Na punya pape. There is no sambandha of punya papa. Na punya papa mama nasti. For me there is no punya papa. Does that mean I get away with all my punyas, all my papas, and that does mean that I can get undue credit for others' punya? No, that is all because karma gives rise to punya and papa. Because karma's phala is punya or papa, and the punya papa phala comes to the karta, right? It comes to the karta. Karta, who is with a deha, with an indriya, that is the karta. For you, for me, for mama, which has been so well shown as Dhrik Swarupa, so well shown as Sakshi, for me, there is no sambandha. There is no sambandha. Antakarana's vritti has some sambandha. Deha has some sambandha. I move my hands and legs. I might have hurt someone. I might have hurt someone with my karmendriya, such as words and deeds and whatnot. That in the case, I myself is Dhrik Swarupa. Myself am Dhrik Swarupa. So that is me. And then what? So when I say no sambandha, everything what I said regarding karta, me being karta, is all aropita. It is aropita, and the aropana itself is possible because of my swarupa being adhisthana, my swarupa being available for all this aropita. My Swarupa able to give satta for all this aropita. That is how it is possible. I am nishkarma. Atma is nishkarma. Sun makes everything possible in the planet. But we cannot attach punya and papa to the Surya Bhagavan just because in the daylight someone is snatching someone's chain, or in the daylight someone is doing something. We cannot attach. The sun is making everything possible just by being prakasha matra, right? So the thadatmya adhyasa tadatmya. I am taking myself to be, instead of chinmatra, chit swarupa, having a tadatmya with the deha. Tadatmya, hey, this is, I am this dehi. Dehatma buddhi is there. And for that dehatma buddhi, which is also vritti in the antakarana, the punya papas, or for that ignorant I, right? Not for me, who is in reality chinmatra. So that is the thing about punya papa. Karta, I take myself, because of my ignorance, I take myself to be karta, and then there is kartrutva. The kartrutva comes along with the bhoktrutva of punya and papa. The kartrutva, the doership which I take upon myself, which I do. It's not about doing, it is about doership. Alright? It is not that I am going to not do any karma. I am going to akarma का बात नहीं हो रहा है, कर्तृत्व का बात हो रहा है. कर्तृत्व आरोप है. It is an arop. So because of this kartritva aropa, punya papa also, it is also comes as a part of the aropa of the kartritva. When a boat moves, the trees look like they are moving. Actually, only the boat is moving in water, but the trees look like they have motion. So the trees are stable. The trees are not tossed by the water of the boat, but then as the boat moves, the tree which is nishkriya, nishkarma, looks like there is some karma happening, as though the trees are running, right? So this is the thing which I want to say. That is why Bhagavan says in Gita, what did he say? Karmani akarma yaf pashet. The one who is able to see karma and akarma, and karmani akarma and karma is sa buddhiman manusyeshu. He is not just an ordinary person, he is a buddhiman, he is a buddha. Right? So dehadi karma. What else I want to say? Karma abhava mein, see, then we also meditate. Sometimes people close their eyes and meditate, and their body is still and they think they are still. So this is also another dehatma buddhi, right? So when there is no karma in the body, they think there is no karma in me. Why? Because the dehatma buddhi is there. So these kind of mistakes we make, and hence we have identification with our punya and papa also. That is a problem, but that is not in reality. We can be free from that. So when swapna, suppose if you are dreaming, would you, if some murder happens in the dream, and then say you have been an accomplice in the murder, will you wake up and think that some punya and papa has come to you? Would you think like that? Tell me. So you won't, definitely, that is not going to be the case, right? So then, that is how it is. In reality, this punya papas does not belong to you in reality. Then na punya pape mama nasti nasha. There is no nasha. There is no nasha. There is no janma for me. There is no birthday. I have been there forever. Then what to talk about? If I have been there forever, then I will also be there forever. So there is no nasha for me. Na janma hai api nasti. Then nasha na janma. And then dehendriya buddhi asti mama. So dehendriya, what is a deha? Deha is aropita. Indriya is aropita. Asanga, I am asanga. Right? So sukha dukkha of the buddhi does not affect me. Sukha dukkha of the buddhi does, which is a vritti in the buddhi, that is not for me. Na mama. Okay? Kuch bhi nahi hai. So that is a so in the dream, where when you see yourself in the dream, and so you have a body in the dream and all that. When you wake up, would you say that you are the witness of the dream, or would you say you are that object? You are that object in the dream. Would you say, would you take yourself the witness of the dream, or would you take yourself, would you still wake up and say, I am thirsty, just because you are thirsty in your dream, or just because you are afraid in the dream, would you wake up and also say, I am that person who was standing on the top of the ocean, floating on the top of the ocean. I was walking on. I am the one who is walking on the ocean. Would you say that, or would you say I am the one who was dreaming? I was the witness of my dream, as though I was walking on water. So that is how you will wake up, and you will be free from all this afflictions of punya papa, deha, mana, indriya, when you see yourself in reality. So this is the shloka. Na bhumihi, na apaha, very clear, like bhumihi. Bhumihi is, the earth is not for me, waters I don't need, they are not for me. Vanhi, the fire is not for me, the fire is also not for me. And what else? Na vanhi asti, na cha anilaha. Anilaha is the air is not for me. Asti nacha ambaram, the space is not for me. So let us look into our Shankaranji's tika. Na punya pape mama na punya papa mama na sprushata. So when you say the punya papas are not for me, we are saying the punya papas can't do a sparsha. The snake cannot touch the rope, right? Can the snake, which we see very much there, is it lying on the rope? So there's no contact, right? That's why there's no spruha of yourself with punya papa. Nasti nashaha, vinashaha na vidyate. Nasti, so then nasti, nashaha nasti, right? The nashaha is vinashaha na vidyate. There is no vinasha for me. Mama iti upashangaha. You had to add mama. Mama nashaha nasti. The mama has to be connected with this word nashaha also. Na janma, janihi na, mama asti iti upashangaha. So I am free from birth. Dehendriya buddhi dehascha indriyascha indriyani cha buddhayascha. Dehendriya buddhi, that is the samasa, that is a compound word. Deha, indriya, buddhi. We can separate like deha, indriyani, all the indriyas, and buddhayaha. Buddhayaha means all buddhi, mana, ahankara. These are all, not for me. Dehendriya buddhi nasti na vidyate mama. They are adhyastha. On the adhisthana, they are adhyastha. I don't even take them to be me or mine, just like the rope won't take the snake to be, hey, this snake is mine. This snake you're superimposing on me, from now onwards, I will take care of it. Right? That is not possible. So, that is a reality. Na bhumi rapaha, mama prithvi. Prithvi is sodaka. Prithvi's name is Sodaka. The earth with all its water, because earth is mostly water, right? So that is also not for me. Nasti iti anushangaha. Vanhihi prasiddha. Fire we know. Nasti mama. Na vidyate mama. Iti anushangaha. Nacha analaha mama asti. Vayuhu api mama na vidyate. Analaha. Not anilaha. Analaha. Anilaha actually. Anilaha. Vayuhu na mama na vidyate. Chakarate Vayaviya api karyam api. Vayaviya karyam api. All the karyas, all the effects because of all this bhumi, apa, teja, what are all the effects also? Don't touch me. They are not going to have an effect on me. They are not for me. Nacha ambaram akasham api mama nasti. Akasham api mama nasti. Iti anushangaha. Chakara dvayam. See in the last line there is chakara dvayam. Nacha anilaha me asti. Nacha ambaram cha. Two chakaras are there. Just to say, vyatirikta, all that which is karya, all the karyas out of all these things are not for me. The karya or the effects, the products, the outcome of all these elementals, like bhumi, apa, teja, they are not for me. And the second chakara is for anukta abhavartam. Whatever I have not told, whatever has not been told, covered, that is also not for me. So that's why there is no vikara in me at all. No vikara, because nothing is going to affect me. Nothing is going to affect me. Like for example, the gold itself, we cannot say it has undergone a vikara, right? The gold can become the ornament, all these ornaments, but the gold remains as gold. The gold remains as gold. Its value does not change. The weight of the bangle doesn't change if you twist it into a different shape. So that is the reality. So this being told, we can cover one more shloka, which is the 27th shloka. Evam viditva paramatma rupam guhashayam nishkalamadvitiyam samasta sakshim sadasadvihinam prayati shuddham paramatma rupam. So first look into the translation quickly. Evam viditva, one attains the very limitless self, knowing, viditva is knowing thus the exalted nature of the self. Knowing thus the exalted nature of the self, as we have been telling above, as we have been describing above. The one who resides in the cavity of the heart, it is guhashayam, cavity of the heart is actually intellect. One who resides in the intellect, who is partless, non-dual, the witness of all, devoid of cause and effect, and pure. That is the one. Evam viditva, knowing like this. So viditva word, we'll see what it means. Viditva is, the way it has been told in the Shastra, knowing in the same manner, isi prakar, जानने के बाद the sakshatkara in the same way. So sakshatkara is tadbhavam, tadrupam, tadswarupam, aham brahmasmi swarupatah, that sakshatkara. Then through what? Through Shravanadi. Viditva is knowing, and it is always through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam, Shastra Shravanam. Shastra, when it has done this hard work, should we look for a different source? Shastra is only talking, Shastra is the one which introduced the word Brahma to us. Shastra is the one which introduced the word Atma to us. Shastra is the one which introduced the word Ishvara to us, Bhagavan to us, and all the other words also connected to them. Then why should we not study the Shastra and try to close our eyes and try to imagine ourselves as something and all that whatnot, right? So first, Shastra Shravanadvara Viditva. So once the Paramatma Swarupa, once we understand through the Shastra the possibility of Ishvara, possibility of Bhagavan, and the Swarupa of Bhagavan being Brahman, once we understand that possibility of that Brahmatvam, when we understand the Brahmatvam, then your Lakshyartha, Tvam Padartha Lakshyartha, the you, when I say I, that I, the Lakshyartha of the I, when you see it to be nothing other than the Sakshi, that is the Lakshyartha, then Aikyata, this Sakshi, that Brahman is, which is limitless, it is not different from me, who is in reality Sakshi, and Sakshi, I am also free from the afflictions of the Deha, Mana and all that. So that way I am free, Brahman happens to be that limitless freedom which cannot exclude me. So that kind of aikyata has to be seen. So lakshyartha, there is a sambandha. Vachyartha can be different. Vachyartha is different, and it is so different. Ishvara's upadhi is so vibhutimaya, so is sarvajna, sarvashaktiman and whatnot. And my upadhi, Jiva's upadhi is viruddha of Ishvara's upadhi. So vachyartha there can be viruddha in the vachyartha. Lakshyartha is the aikyata is there in terms of the lakshyartha. So that is what that is a viditva word in the shloka. Viditva, knowing in all these different ways, in this kind of a krama, in this using all this what is all this in this krama, in this prakriya, during this, in this method, using this methodology, then what happens? Then Paramatma Rupam. So Paramatma Rupam in the shloka is Paramatma Swarupam. Our Rupa is this Deha, but our Swarupa is Brahman. Okay, that is the thing. Paramatma Swarupam. Evam Viditva Paramatma Swarupam Guhashayam. Paramatma Swarupam is where? It is limitless, but it is evident, it is upalabdhi, it is obtained in your guha, in your mind, in your heart, in your intellect, in your buddhi. Everything is upalabdhi. Upalabdhi sthana of anything and everything is buddhi, and Paramananda, your swarupa, is also obtained in that buddhi only. So we are not, see how simply, how it is, how we have simplified the whole thing. That buddhi you have used to use for understanding everything, the same place, the understanding of yourself as Brahman also happens. Then उसके भिन्न से ब्रह्म का भिन्न कुछ नहीं है करके you'll see there. Then what else is there in the shloka? Guhashayam nishkalam. The kala as explained in the, we'll be seeing in the Tika, the kala, you are free from all the kala. Kala is all the Shorasha kalas you are free from. What else? What is the translation of kala in the thing? In the translation, you are partless. Kala is all the parts. That is why we say the moon has 16 parts. Each day one part will, the rising moon and the setting and the waxing moon and the waning moon, right? So kala, moon has the kalas. So moon has the kalas. Kalas is translated as parts here. Alright, so now we have to see usse binna kuch nahi hai. Nishkalam or advitiyam. Nothing is away from Brahma Swarupam. Nothing is away from the Adhisthana. Right? So there is nothing which is away. That is the Advitiyam. Advitiyam, Jada, Chaitana, all that we know, Bhava, all that we don't know, Abhava, all that is there, all that is not there, everything is not, nothing is separate from Brahman. That is why it is Advitiyam. What else? Prayati, Samasta Sakshinam. Samasta Sakshinam, it is the witness of, it is a Sakshi. Sakshi, Samasta Sakshinam. We'll see that in the commentary. It is a Sakshi of everything. Everything which is happening in my mind and everything which is happening in your mind. Everything, this is a Sakshi. Sadasat Vihinam. Sadasat. And then when you say it is a Sakshi, don't look for it outside you. So if you can be outside your Sakshi, then we have to see what is your Adhisthana. So that means you have the capacity to be away from your Adhisthana. So we have to see that. So that's not possible, right? So this Samasta Sakshi is, your Sakshi is the Samasta Sakshi. Sadasad Vihinam. So what is the Sadasad Vihinam? Bhava and Abhava, there is no Bhava. The Sadasad Vihinam is Bhava, abhava, shunyam. Bhava is vidyamanam. Bhava is, bhava is objectification, all the objects. And abhava is all the thing which is absent, we'll see that in the commentary. So this is free from the absence of everything and free from the presence of everything also. That is bhava, bhava. Prayati is prapti. Shuddham paramatma rupam. Paramatma rupam is tadrupam. You praptam of, you will be, the prapta will be obtainment will be in terms of Paramatma, Paramananda Swarupam, Paramatma Swarupam, Brahmatma Swarupam. In terms of the Swarupa, being limitless is what is being obtained. Okay, so then again you have to see this obtaining is nothing but knowing. Jnatva is Jnatva Prapanam. Brahmavite, the knower of Brahman, Brahmaiva Bhavati is he becomes or he sees himself as Brahman. He has been always Brahman and he sees himself as Brahman. Here we will see quickly into the translation. Not translation, what else is remaining is the Sankaranji's Tika. Evam Ukta Prakaram, Viditva. Ukta Prakaram is what? What did you say? Sakshatkaraha, Sakshatkritya, Paroksha, the Brahman, or all that Ishwaratvam in the Puranas and Itihasa, Parokshataya, having that Shraddha and having that appreciating the role of Ishvara in anyone's life, bringing in more and more Ishvara in someone's life, seeing the possibility of Ishvara in one's life through all the different orders of Ishvara. Puja Swamiji says, there's a slight difference the way we have to think of Ishvara. Puja Swamiji makes Ishvara very tangible. He say, look at Ishvara in terms of the orders of Ishvara, in terms of the intelligence, in terms of all knowing, all intelligence. That way you appreciate Ishvara. And you see, there's an order of physiology. Our body has an order, functions in a certain order. The physiology and then the entire cosmos, the cosmology has an order, the way the planets are working and all that, right? So there's an order, there has to be an intelligence behind the order. That intelligence cannot reside outside the Vyakti, just like my intelligence cannot reside outside me. This all intelligence for the entire Srishti cannot reside outside a Vyakti, and that Vyakti is Ishvara. The residence of all knowledge, all intelligence is Ishvara. So that way you appreciate Parokshataya, the Brahmatvam, the limitlessness in terms of intelligence of Bhagavan and all that you appreciate. And then Aparokshataya in reality, if the Upadhi in reality, with doing so much pranam and naman to all the Upadhis of Bhagavan Ishvara, and with the seeking the blessings of all his Upadhi, to see my Swarupa, and Bhagavan says, gives a small pat in your head, just like he used the conch to touch Dhruva's cheek, and Dhruva started rattling shlokas after shlokas. Yontah pravishyam. You are the one who is under pravesha, bahis pravesha. You are the one like that. He was saying like that. We will also talk about our Swarupa being not different from the Brahmatvam of Ishvara. So the Brahmatvam is not just as an avaya or something. We'll see that. And then there's that knowledge has to be, dridata has to be there, the firmness has to be there. The fruit is enjoyed when the firmness is also, firmness happens. So that is the adhrida jnana. Our adhrida jnana should become dhrida jnana. This is all jnatva. Because some people keep asking, complaining, why I'm not able to see. That's all because of that. So you can use all these models. Adhrida to dhrida. Or you can say, Sapratibandha to apratibandha. Sabdhism pratibandha in terms of preparedness. So once the preparedness happens, the Shravana itself helps in preparedness, and then you will also, the Dridata will be there, And dridata, because of dridata, there will be samshaya viparya shunya, there will be resolution of all the doubts, and then you will also have the sakshatkara in terms of aparoksha brahma binna brahma abhinna pratyagatma ahamasmi. Then the utkrishta word is there, right, in the sloka, which is niratishaya. What is the utkrishta? Where is it coming from? Evam viditva paramatma rupam guhashayam. So utkrishtam. Utkrishtam is, our swarupa is utkrishtam, paramatma rupam is utkrishtam. Paramatma rupam utkrishtam, atma, paramatma rupam. And ananda rupam, utkrishta ananda. What is that? Niratishaya ananda. There is no comparison to this ananda. The ananda in the swarga is compared to the ananda in brahmaloka. Ananda in that loka is compared to ananda in some other loka. Ananda is swarga is compared to the ananda in manushya loka. So likewise, there is a taratamya in all the lokas. But here, your swarupa is paramatma rupam, paramatma swarupam, it utkrishta ananda swarupam. Guhashayam, at the same time, it is, don't look outside, it is the guhashayam, it is going to be obtained in your, you are going to obtain by knowing in your buddhi shayanam, nishkalam, nirgataha, kalaha. So I will quickly list all the kalas. Shodasha kala, 16 kalas. Pranaha, Shraddha, Kham, Vayuhu, Pranaha, Shraddha, Kham, Vayuhu, Jyotihi, Apaha, Prithvi. Then Indriyam, all the Indriyas, so all the Indriyas. Then Manaha, mind, and Annam, food. Then Viryam, because of Annam, Viryam, and then Tapaha. Then Mantraha, all the mantras. Then Karma, then Loka, that is 15, and then finally Nama, that is the 16th. Okay? So these kalas, all these kalas might be a glory. They can all be a vibhuti, but they are not for me. I am the adhisthana for the glories. Isn't that enough? Good enough? That is me. Advitiyam, sajatiya, vijatiya, vastu shunyam. That is me. Advitiyam, sajatiya, vijatiya, vastu. There is nothing like me in this creation. I am the drika. Everything is the drishya koti. Everything, I am the prakasha, and everything is the prakashya koti. Everything needs something else to say, to show its existence, right? And to show my existence, I don't need anything in this world. There is nothing. I am unlike anything in this world. So sajatiya, vijatiya, vastu shunyam. There is nothing unlike. That is nothing like me, and I am unlike anything else in this world. Samasta sakshinam, sakshi, I am the sakshi, samasta sakshinam. So the question can be asked as samasta sakshinam, sakshim is there in the shloka, but it is samasta sakshinam. There's a little chandas there, prayoga, which is especially in this Vedanta text. Sarva drashtaram. How can I be sarva drashtaram? How am I seeing what is happening in your mind or someone else's mind? That question can be asked. So the question is asked because of her tadatmya, because of her identification with our antakarana. In the antakarana, not all the vrittis of the world are not possible. Your general knowledge cannot include all the knowledge of everything in this world. That vritti might not have happened. The vrittis which are happening in your mind may not be the vrittis in my mind. So if I identify myself with my antakarana, I can say I only know so much. How are you saying that I am samasta sakshi, right? That I can say. But here, you tell me when the sun is shining in the waters in several parts, sun is like the sakshi, and then the water in the different parts is like the antakarana. And in one part, the sun is shining more clearly than the other part because of the angle of the part towards the sun, angling of the pot towards the sun. In some other pot, the the reflection is shaky because the pot water is shaking because of air, because of some blowing of wind, and in some other pot the pot is broken, and then because of which there is no water, and it doesn't reflect any sunlight. Now you tell me, is this the defect of the sunlight not being samasta antakarana prakashaka samasta jala prakashaka, or is it the defect of the antakarana or the part or the deha? You see that? Likewise, Sakshi itself is defect free. That is what is coming. Niravadyam, it is defect free, and Sakshi is Sakshi, one Sakshi which happens to be you in reality as a Sakshi. Sarva drashtaram sadasad vihinam bhava abhava vivarjitam. Bhava abhava vivarjitam. There is no bhava abhava vivarjitam. See, some people, let me take a few more minutes to complete 2 more lines in this tika. So what I want to say is bhava abhava vivarjitam. When you see the rope, and take it to be the snake, there is an abhava of so many other vastu. There is an abhava of a ball, abhava of a table, abhava of a chair on that rope. And when you have the knowledge of the rope, the nivarana is in terms of you no more mistaking the rope to be the snake. So the abhava vastus don't matter. They are not there on the rope. Some people, why I am saying this is people take this abhava so seriously, and then they have their own philosophy. So it is not a residence yourself. Sakshi is not a residence of anything abhava. The abhavas are not for you. And the bhava, all that which is Sakshi, is not something which can be objectified also. It is not a bhava vastu also. Bhava abhava varjitam. Tadeva niravadyam. Because of that, you are niravadyam, you are defect free. Niravadyam gacchati ityaha prayati. Shuddham. Niravadyam gacchati means niravadyam is shuddham. You are shuddha, the nature of you are pure. You are untainted, just like we saw in several shlokas where they say you are sadashivam kalyana swarupam. Paramatma rupam spashtam. You are Paramatma rupam, which has been already told in the first line in the shloka. It is spashtha. So with this, we'll continue tomorrow with the final shloka of this Upanishad. Thank you all. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Om Shanti Shanti.